Did you know that regular aerobic or endurance exercise, such as swimming, tennis, running, is the equivalent of taking a probiotic? So the gut microbiome describes the constellation of microorganisms that exist in your gut. In recent years, the composition of the gut microbiome has been linked with various states of both disease and health. One consistent finding is that a more diverse microbiome is associated with a greater state of health. So why might this be the case? Well, we probably need to understand a little bit more about what the gut microbiome actually does. One of its main functions is to break down substances in its environment to provide energy for the system. So if you have a greater diversity of your microbiome, you are likely to produce more energy. It also has a big role in inflammation, but I'm not going to discuss that in any more detail here. It has been demonstrated that people who engage in regular aerobic exercise have a greater diversity of their microbiome. But not only do they have a greater diversity of their microbiome, they also have a greater efficiency of the organisms within their microbiome to produce energy. If you have watched any of my other videos, you probably already know that the autonomic nervous system is a specific area of interest for me. The vagus nerve is the largest part of the autonomic nervous system, and it communicates bidirectionally between the brain and the gut. This essentially means that changes in the gut can affect the brain, and changes in the brain can affect the gut. So exercise, like I have said, is one mechanism by which you can increase the function of your vagus nerve. A greater vagal tone, marked by a greater heart rate variability, has also been shown to be associated with a greater diversity of the microbiome. What is not fully understood is how this happens. One postulated mechanism is through the breakdown of lactate. When you are exercising, your muscles will produce lactate, creating a lactate environment. This lactate does cross into the gut, at least a small amount of it does. And the lactate can be broken down to produce what are referred to as short-chain fatty acids. So short-chain fatty acids are extremely efficient at producing energy for the system. And it is thought that by creating a high lactate environment, the bacteria within your gut are going to then produce more short-chain fatty acids to be utilised to provide your system with energy. Now, all of this research is in its infancy, and certainly diet has a significant impact upon the microbiome, but enough studies have now demonstrated that regular aerobic exercise is associated with a greater diversity of your microbiome. So there you go, yet another reason to get exercising.